today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in off a loss in the open. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Throwing, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Giants had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
A first down carry for Barkley, down to about the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Here's a give up the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Barkley. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Mayfield on play action. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 15 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Here's Mayfield, and his throw's going to be incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Here's Jones on 1st down. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield steps away to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff. And just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Jones over the middle. That's hauled in by Tony. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Operating from the gun. Jones. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The end result, 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Escaping a tackler at the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
2nd and 5. Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. Right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. It's complete to Fuller. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 29, Jones looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. Jones finding Tony for a Giants first down.
Kadarius Toney really created headlines with a 10-catch game as a rookie, but couldn't stay healthy enough to build on it. Still had over 400 yards in his first campaign and should blow by those numbers with a full season in 2022. Nice first down pickup for the speedster right there.
Jones now throwing on first down. That'll be caught. It's Toney. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this is Shepard on the catch. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We start with a couple of franchises looking to make a move here in 2022. Miami heading north to take on Baltimore. And it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Lamar Jackson has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll stay in the AFC North and head over to Cleveland to check on the Browns. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Jakeem Grant up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, and Thomas has it. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11 at the 41. Mayfield to throw it. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 39, Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. That's Anderson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. First down, Mayfield. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Dancing to his left. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Mayfield got his tight end. That's complete. It's Thomas. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. And
he's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
NFL Madden League Season 2-1-2022 Week 2 games and highlights will be coming up next on the Inspiration Experience 1970 anniversary.
Second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Barkley. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Back to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 2nd and 9. Jones to Shepard, complete over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Jones throw here pulled in by Galladay. 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. Corbin. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Looking to throw. Jones. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
He finds his man complete. That's Thomas. And he's able to take it across midfield before
The
NFL
NFL Madden Week Season 2-13.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But
The
no
NFL
chance of
Madden
yards
Week
after the
Season
catch there, and they stopped him
2-1-2022
short.
Week 2 matchup is now live streaming on the Inspiration Experience 1970 anniversary.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce
Week 2
again as they
Carolina
come up
Panthers
2nd and
0-1 New
13.
York Giants 0-1.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as this is taken at the 23.
The NFL Madden League Season 2-1-2022 Week 2 games of the week coming up
and now
next.
This offense comes back out onto the field. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they take a knee.
Week 1 Cincinnati Bengals 1-0 Dallas Cowboys 0-1.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers.
Week 1 Minnesota Vikings 0-1
exactly
Philadelphia
right
Eagles
to me, this is just a
1-0.
pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Panthers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.